This church behind me reminds me of Two-Face and Batman, but in the best possible way. I'm going to explain why that is while unpacking the term street level activation, which might start to help you understand why parts of your city are dead. Hey, Jon Jon, the happy urbanist here for Strongtown. Let's unpack the Charles Street Meeting House. Obviously, once a church, the Charles Street Meeting House has two different sides, and as a result, they deliver two completely different feels. On one side, on River Street, you have something that looks like this. No entrances, narrow sidewalk. It's a dead transit zone. And it makes sense, it's a residential area, you're gonna walk past that. But as you come to the other side, something completely different happens. Along the busier Charles Street, you have cafes, boutiques, lots of doors and windows poking into the sides of the building. This church was deconsecrated in the 1970s and is now filled with offices and shops. But this is what is meant by street level activation. It's when the first floor of a street engages pedestrians and creates a people-friendly environment. So by having doors and entryways that invite us in and introduce us to different shops, it gives us a reason to stop and linger. And the famous urbanist and city planner Jan Gale once said, people are 3 to 4 times more likely to stop and linger when they see doors, welcoming window displays, and other social activity. But imagine if they had kept this side of the church blank like the other side. It would be disregarding this invaluable pedestrian activity. Jeff Speck puts it this way. He says that great cities aren't made by buildings, but by the interaction between buildings and their streets. So by having ample seating and cafe space when the weather's a little bit nicer, you've kept this building relevant, but also pointed out a strong truth that sometimes the uses of a building as well as a neighborhood change. And to keep a neighborhood lively, they have to change to reflect the needs of that neighborhood. And who knows, in the future, a church might become a tenant and take up space again. And so if you have a dead block in your city or a big empty building that seems like it's wasting its potential, try breaking it up. Poke holes at the street level. It gives lots of different people lots of little reasons to visit that area.